Time to go over, I'm running Nitrous. I got a shifter in a reverse pattern, with the one in the S10s being a forward pattern that we've been using reverse. So I'm gonna pick up the shifter, go ahead and swap the shifter before I put the cross member in, because it'll make it easier. I thought about it, so I might as well just go and change that shifter anyways. So I'm gonna go change the shifter, go and get it mounted, and get the cross member in it. Hopefully get the exhaust on. It's cold today, but at least it ain't wet, you know. I started to finish it up Saturday. I got to finish the throttle cable on it, the cross member, and getting the exhaust underneath it. And then, like I said, I got to talk to Nigel about getting the tune done on it or whatnot, and then we should be ready to do some testing. I'll give y'all a tip. If you look at the way this shifter is versus the way this shifter is. This shifter right here is a forward pattern, so it goes first, second, you squeeze, third, that way. This shifter right here is a reverse pattern, and the way you tell it is right here. So you can go all the way back to low gear, first, second, third. See, that'll let you go there. So if you used to push forward, you could skip over second and go in third. This is a reverse pattern because it goes first, second, and then you pull the handle for third. Like I said, on this one here, it goes first, second, and then you pull your handle, you go to third. If you can get started first and you can push it all the way forwards, it is a reverse pattern. If you can start at the back like this, so like I said, if you can start at the back and you push all the way forwards, 3 gears, that's a forward pattern. I mean, that's a reverse pattern. If you can go like this here and go second, and you have to squeeze for third, that's a forward pattern. That's a forward pattern shifter like that. If you look at the side of it, this is a reverse pattern. So the reverse pattern goes, you got to pull back on it. You can't pull it back to low gear. You can only pull it back one tooth, and you got to click for third. Where on this one right here, you can pull it all the way back. You understand? That's a forward pattern, a reverse pattern. I went ahead and moved this thing over where I had some concrete to lay on. Got my V-bands welded onto the header side. So now I gotta put my opposite ends on here, snuggle them down, get the exhaust underneath it, get the transmission jack back up where it's supposed to be at, get my exhaust welded, then I can do my cross member. Tailgate on here. I put some concrete in the back here one day, kicked it, and it bowed the tailgate on it. So ever since then, I beat it back in, and it don't look bad. But it's like a 91, 92, 93 tailgate. This truck's an 85. So really, I'm going through. I'm gonna swap the grill back to 85, and I'm gonna put the 85 tailgate back on. I'm paint the same color as the truck. Just make it more original looking as far as the body. I mean, people don't know the difference. I know the difference. So. But I'm gonna use the tailgate that's on it. I'm gonna go through and put concrete inside of it and see how much weight we can get in it, and see how well it'll do with it being the tailgate being weighted like that. Since I put a 416 here, I ain't said nothing to nobody, but put aluminum 416 here, so we took 100 pounds off the nose of it. So I figure, you know, take 100 pounds off the front of it, the motor's gonna make more power than what the motor did before, because the other motor was a low compression motor. This right here has some compression in it, and it's lighter, so we can put 100 pounds on the back of it, and it should help the truck work as far as like on these crappy surfaces and stuff like that. So the true no prep kind of style stuff. So Nigel's gonna retune it Thursday, I think is what he said. We got a race Friday, so I can give me a little bit of time Thursday to test the truck and see how it does or whatnot, and see what we need to do. I gotta get the bottle filled and all that stuff, and spray it, make sure the gas is working and all that. Which one wing it, so ride with us. So I drove the S10 up here to the Catskills, see what it weighs. What do y'all guess? Guess below what y'all think the S10 weighs with aluminum LS in it or whatnot. I'm gonna go inside and get this ticket, get some gas. It had about an eighth of a tank of fuel in it. So last time I weighed it was 2960 without a driver. That was tailpipes, that was a different exhaust, iron block, and all that. So that's what the weight of it was. Now we're at 2780. So we've lost about 100, what is it, 180 pounds off of it. Not a bad weight loss. So here's the plan. I'm gonna pull the latch out of it. We're gonna start going down through here. We're gonna stand out, we're gonna start pouring concrete down here to try filling up all these cavities up in here. It's some up in here, I just need it where my latch will still work. But I got 160 pounds. This won't hold 160 pounds, but this will hold maybe 80 or 100 pounds, hopefully. We'll see. I just gotta get me a bucket, start mixing up concrete, get it up in there. Anytime you ain't run your nitrous system in a while and your line's been uncapped back there in the rear, make sure you turn and run your line backwards and blow it out so you don't get. Now I blowed the line out both directions. Let's go through, go back here, crack it on just to see if it's got a leak. Just turn it on for a second, cut it back off, and see if it's leaking down. It looks like it is. Looks like we must have a leak somewhere. Or it might just be settling. Let's just see. Looks like it's even in and out right there. So let's check up around the solenoids and all that. Make sure they got no leak on it. Everything feels good. I'm gonna try it with the key off. I'm gonna activate it. Yeah, it's holding steady now. All right, so I'm gonna turn the key on, but not the engine running. And I'm gonna test the system real quick. So in this truck, I got the pump wired up where the pump runs for a minute. Then it'll cut right back off. So I can activate my nitrous, which is right. Sorry about the light. There's my activation for my nitrous. So if I go wide open throttle, it's gonna spray, but I also got it where my trans brake. So if I hold my trans brake, hold it to the floor, it will not spray. But as soon as I let go of that, there it goes, it sprays, see it? And then if I wide open throttle it, of course it sprays like that. But if I, like I said, if I hold the trans brake, it will not spray until I let off the button here. And since I let off the button here, there it is. Sounds good. Everything's working like it should. Stock tailgate, no weight on it, 32 pounds. Let's just do it as number 2. We'll do it as number 1. My tailgate, 61 pounds is what it said. So let's see what the difference is. That's a pretty good gain, I guess. Let's give it number 1. So we're up 28 pounds on this tailgate. 28.4. Got the S10 over here. I got to pull the weight out of the back. I got it stuck up in here. I said tailgate's weighted down a little bit. I got to pull stuff out of the back of it. Put it together and see what the nose weight is and how much weight we need to add back here at the back of it. And then go from there. So get the machine out and get it hooked up. So I went ahead and checked all my jacks. I got a little bit more fuel in it than I did the other day. So we got everything zeroed out. And I checked all my skills. Everything zeroed out. Everything was reading correctly with each other. So I jacked it up, put the weight on it to see what it weighs. Our scale's underneath. So we're gonna let it down. Go to the other side. That's with no weight in it right now. With the weight I added to the tailgate. Here we are with me in it. What our percentages are. So we probably need, well, about another 200 pounds on the rear up would be good. Probably what we gotta do real quick. So Jarrett said I need more weight, so I'm gonna throw that up in there and bolt it down and see what we can come up with. I'm gonna lock a patent in on this because I changed the way it looks. Tell me that's the stupidest thing you ever seen. She's bolted in there solid too. Solid. Got weight under the intake. So I got, the heads are 24 pounds and some change piece, so 25, so that's 50. Plus the block is a little over 200. Plus that up in there, I think is 15. So I'm gonna have to start weighing out what I already had over here in the box to get where I need after we get it off the Dyno. Right now I need to get it ready for the Dyno, and that tailgate is heavy. So that's what we got right there. So make sure I take this spot on both sides. I realized the other day it was hard to start. I didn't realize I had a cracked terminal right there. All right.